And now to a place where your boss is more likely than not to be a woman, Des Moines, Iowa. The city has apparently become a magnet for working mothers and other women. 7 out of 10 managers in Des Moines are female. That is the highest percentage of women bosses in the country. ABC's Gigi Stone explains.
Can I have a kiss today?
Jennifer Lumberg was a physical therapist in Los Angeles. Nora Everett, an attorney in Washington.
Gonna monkey bar across?
Anne Grimm, an executive in New York. All spent too much time at work, away from their children.
I felt constantly torn and as though I was really losing something that I would never regain.
Then one day, Grimm got an unexpected offer.
I got a call from a recruiter who was describing this position at Wells Fargo, and it sounded fascinating. And I said, okay, so that's San Francisco, right? And she said, no, it's Des Moines. And I was like, I started laughing.
Grimm and the others are among many working mothers relocating to Des Moines. 70% of managers here are women. That's the highest percentage of female bosses in any major U.S. city. So how did Des Moines become this mecca for mommies? Some say it evolved from the work ethic on the family farms in this area. Iowa, like many places in the heartland, has a long tradition of husband and wife toiling side by side. In 1942, its capital city was the first place in the U.S. to train women for the Army.
It is a place where you can have everything.
For example, working mothers here can get almost anywhere within 10 minutes.
You can run out and see your kids in a play, or you can run them to the doctor's office, or if you get the call from school that they're sick, you can get out there and pick them up.
What's good for these women is also good for their employers. Ernst & Young was losing $10 million a year because of new mothers quitting to stay home. In Des Moines, the accounting firm, like most companies here, allows for flexible schedules.
I work 30 hours a week, and those 30 hours I do primarily, I do 3 days in the office, 9, maybe 10-hour days, and I just do a handful of hours from home.
Nora Everett is now an attorney at Principal Financial Group, a company that provides incentives to attract female workers, on-site bank tellers, fitness classes, even space for nursing mothers.
The population in rural America is declining, therefore one of the only ways to stabilize and keep it going is to bring in people from the outside.
And keep them here by allowing them to have both work time and family time, maybe even enjoying a different kind of commute. Gigi Stone, ABC News, Des Moines.
Now for more on the latest trends for working mothers, we turn to Melody Hobson, ABC News financial contributor and the president of Ariel Capital Management in Chicago. Hi, Melody.
Hello.
Moving is a pretty radical step, uprooting your family. Is this something you really think women ought to consider?
I definitely think it's worth considering. Not only do you save that precious commuting time, you can really see a big cost of living difference. So you might find yourself trading up to a bigger house, a nicer car, or a really good education, public education for your kids.
Corporate America appears to be doing more to accommodate working mothers these days. What types of things are you seeing?
Well, 60% of all major corporations are offering flexible hours. So that's becoming a standard in business these days. They understand that it's hard to replace those good employees. But there are other things like on-site daycare. There are flexible spending accounts that allow you to take care of dependents like young children or elderly parents. There are a host of new things that corporate America is doing that really tell working mothers and dads, we're here for you.
Is this because companies recognize that more and more women, often highly educated, highly successful, are dropping out to spend more time with their children?
Well, certainly they are seeing that. That is a big trend in this country. We saw it very recently with the new CEO of Sara Lee, Brenda Barnes. She quit Pepsi, where she was on the CEO track, because she said she had 3 small children and she wanted to spend more time with them. And yet, there was a place for her when she decided to go back to work at a company like Sara Lee. So companies really do understand some of the best and brightest out there feel this tug to be with their children, and they really have to try to accommodate them.
Melody Hobson, thank you very much.